What's up, everybody? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal. Some people call me Little Baller. I'm your results and transformation coach, and I am super fired up right now. So fired up, I need to woosah and bring it down a couple notches. Your girl's from Jersey. I talk really fast, and sometimes I get excited and I start talking real fast, and I start sounding like I'm speaking another language that nobody else can understand. So I had to remind myself, take a deep breath, bring it down. But nonetheless, I am here to put everybody on notice, if in case you haven't noticed, there's plenty of time left on the clock. Even though we are officially in the final countdown of the last 21 days of this year, however, whatever you do, do not take the baby and throw it away with the bathwater. We still have 21 days left. And I want you to join me with 21 days of letting go. And y'all probably like, what's she talking about? 21 days of letting go of what? Of letting go any and everything. Let me say that better. Letting go of every and anything that is not in alignment with your goals, that is not in alignment with your core values, that is not in alignment with God's will for you. So, as we go through this last 21 days, we're going to talk about all those things so that when we walk into 2024, 25, 25, we walk into 2024. When we walk into 2025, we walk through light as a feather, feeling phenomenal, okay? Because especially as women, we have a way of carrying things that just completely weigh us down. And sometimes those things that weigh us down, like completely take us out of the game. So, okay, don't want to bore your patience, but today is day 1 of 21, and we're going to talk about release and control. Now, some of you, it may resonate with you and it may not. And at first I was thinking like, release control. I'm not a control freak. I'm not, I don't have to have control over certain things. And I thought about it when I paired the few scriptures with it. I was like, yeah, Crystal, you need to learn how to release control. So we're just going to talk about let's go into the scripture first. So the first scripture, write this down. So day 1 of 21, we're going to release control. In the scripture, Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 to 6. And it reads, trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not into thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. So when you think about releasing control, before that, I was like, well, wait a minute, I'm not really a control freak. But then I thought about it, like, how many times have we given God something and then taken it back? My Aunt Ray Ray, she had this thing that she says, all of this quote that she used to always say, bless her heart, put your fix-a-kit away. We go to God and we be like, we bring him all our stuff. Here you go. And then when he take his time, because his way is not our way, neither is his time our time, we start to become impatient, right? Control. And we pull our fix-a-kit out and we start trying to fix things ourselves instead of actually taking it to him and putting it in his hand and giving the ear to hear the instruction that he give to us and the faith to follow through with it. So I thought that was very, very profound. So control is just an illusion. Trusting God means surrendering control and believing that his plan is better than ours. And that's not always easy. But just think about it though. If you sit and do a self-reflection, how many times have we thought that our plan was better? And mainly because of, we weren't patient to wait for his instruction or wait for him to move. And I also want to pull out, I thought these two were good too to put along with this. So we're going to be stacking scriptures, y'all, for 2025. The first one is Isaiah 55, verses 8 and 9. And it reads, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. And if you think about it, like, we have our wishes, we have our goals, and we have our dreams, and we have, some of us are like boss babes, right? We want it the way that we want it. But when you surrender to God and you really, mean to meet him in peace and to follow his instruction, that come with a form of like releasing control completely over to him, even when you can't see on the other side, even when you don't know where he's taking you. This is my story. I'm telling you this right now. That's why I was like, Lord, today I'm dead serious. Some people be like, I went and talked to the Lord and the Lord said this. But honestly, I've been in like constant prayer, just asking for direction, understanding, and just what my next step was. And through that, that was one of the things. Like I have, Crystal always got goals, right? But what good is it if my goals don't line up with God's will for me? So I literally had to learn how to pray the prayer. Like anything that I'm praying for, seeking for, pressing towards, if it's not your will for me, please show me and then give me the faith and give me the oomph and the energy and the power to just let it go, because it's easy to say it, but when God say, like, say this is your favorite book, I'm just using this as for lack of a better term, and it's near and dear to your heart, you spent so much time with it, and oh my gosh, like it just makes you smile. But what happens when God come and he say give it away or get rid of it? Like, we hear him, but we sometimes we act like we don't hear him. He be clear as day, right? So we, I want my my obedience to be just like that, because I'm trying to tell you, listen, it's nothing like chasing your tail. And when I say chasing your tail, like I said, I am a big visionary person. I love goals, always have. And there were some times that, I've seen a thing or wanted a thing or desired to have a thing, and I will go after it, but I didn't always consult God first. And, looking when you are outside of the frame, looking in, then you realize, aha, when I sit back and I reminisce and think about those different pockets and times in my life when things just didn't turn over, a lot of times it was because I didn't make the connection and ask and give him total control, because I'm a boss babe, right? And what do? We show up and we do it the way we want to do it, but not in 2025. In the second scripture, or this is actually our third, um, is Romans chapter 8, verse 28. And it says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. And I think that's the best gift we can give to ourselves, is really giving an ear to God, finding out what our purpose is, pulling back your shoulders, sticking up your chest, and walking in that like full tilt, not wavering. I've been there before too, where I'm like, I'm gonna, for God I live, for God I die, put on the whole armor of God, and then you be like, Lord, like for real, this is what you want me to do? And then we start to waver a little bit or second guess. I'm like, next year I really have a desire to just, like I said, get the instruction. I already started to put it together, and every time I think about it, my heart is beating. But I'm like, girl, with God by your side, you cannot lose. Period. So our first um lesson is, releasing control. Like, God, here I am. And if you don't know where to start, as I said the other day, just start talking to him. And talking to him is a form of prayer. Like, some people think they got to be on their knees. You literally, I'm trying to tell y'all, and because he is who he is, he can listen and talk to all of us at the same time. But if you ever, some people like, girl, I couldn't get through to God, you still talking to him? Yes, yes, I am. But sincerely though, in all seriousness, if that's what your soul desire, just it's just that simple. I really want you to try it, and I want you to share. I mean, some of you guys, when I say share, you could drop it in the comments or what have you, or even if you have a testimony where you like surrendered to God and started talking to him and he started talking back, and when you allowed him to order your steps, things just turned out differently. And as we move forward in this next 21 days, we have to remember this is the plan. I've been telling myself this all day. This 21 days, this is the plan. Just like I got this book behind me, it says, there's no plan B for your A game. And God is my A game. There's no plan B. We don't got time for plan B. There's take it out of your vocabulary, period. Um okay, so here's the action step for us: to write down one area of our life where you've been holding on to control. Pray and ask God to guide you and release it. And I can say for me, um, I had a vision of what I wanted my life to look like and what I wanted to do. And God has clearly showed me like some of the steps that I should be taking. And yes, it does scare me, but I'm at a point in my life now where I'm like, I don't really want to be a part of anything that God is not a part of. And I'm, not to sound holier than thou or anything like that. I think this is the more mature or the wise part of Crystal talking now that I'm not just because I'm getting older. Because listen, if I would have got this lesson 20 years ago, I would be in a whole different space right now. But my heart and my soul really desire to just surrender, and it's like, Lord, because He is a winner. Like, I'm a baller, right? Play ball. Now I cycle, but I play ball. Come from a balling family. Like, we win. All of my kids had. Well, we waiting on one. We all had championships. We all was a part of a championship, MVP, Hall of Fame, all that good stuff. And now, you know, I'm grateful to be a part of God's team. Always been a winner, but you know, like I said, I don't want to win without Him. And when He's on your team, there's no such thing as losing at all. So I'm really grateful. I'm excited. Y'all know I talk about total transformation mindsets. I believe that you got to work on your mental, right? Your body, which is your nutrition and your fitness, and then your spirit. That's what's going to help keep you grounded. So I'm just making this complete shift as I walk into 2025, and I want to bring as many people along with me that want to go. So that's what I have for you. So those are the three scriptures: Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 to 6. And then we have Romans chapter 8, verses 23. And we have Isaiah chapter 55, verses 8 to 9. So I want to say, like the lady said, get ready, get ready, get ready. It's like, all right, I play a lot too. But I mean, I tell y'all come to my channel. I'm like Microsoft's Wizzy Big. What you see is what you get. But I am truly excited. I'm nervous and excited. Can we put those two words together and make a word? Nervous and excited. Nervitis. No, that's corny. I know. Y'all probably like this girl. Okay, so anyway, thank you. We'll be back tomorrow with day number 2. We are 21 days of letting go. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be amazing. And I even had to let go of how I thought I should be curating this content for YouTube. I try to have, I'm one of those people, y'all, that try to have all the things, the title come through and this, that, and the other. And I was like, you know what? If Sister Girl's trying to do this for 21 days, we ain't got time to record and do all that editing. So Microsoft's Wizzy Big, y'all. What you see is what you get. Those of you that have a word of prayer, continue to pray for me and I will do the same. And don't forget to drop down in the comments. The action step is to write down one area in your life where you've been holding on to control. Now it's time to release it to God. All right. So you have